Up next, I'm talking to Erica from Precor about Queenax. Now, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the highlights of the rig itself, if you don't mind. I noticed here, which I didn't realise, I thought that was just a panel, but that's actually a storage box.
It is,
so, so these neat little things that I didn't know about. And you've got these corner positions for the Queenax bag, and so they're called apps, is that correct?
Yeah, there's really three different components of the Queenax system. There's the frame, which is just the beams themselves that make up the overall architecture. And then there's optionals, which are special activity stations that enhance the functionality of the frame. That could be anything from monkey bars, mobile parallels, wall bars, all of that. And then there's apps, and apps are anything that connect to the training bars. So typically those are going to be suspended body weight training tools.
Right. Now, up until this very moment, the only Queenax system I've seen is the bridge, and it's a big thing to look at, right? But Queenax is so much more than that, and it starts with one pole. Do you know how many options there are?
At the end of the day, it's infinite.
Infinite.
Queenax can be as small as a single column, or it can be as big as a 60-meter space. So it can be pretty tremendous depending on what's important to a facility.
Wow.
We do recommend we have 17 core configurations, and so that can help our customers be able to narrow in on what they're really looking to do with their business. So at the end of the day, there is a certain amount of infinite flexibility, but we try to encourage one of the 17 configurations to take some of the guesswork out of the ultimate decision process.
And one of the things about Queenax in the past that I've heard, the little catchphrase is that it doesn't occupy the space, it multiplies the space. And we saw that here today. You ran a fusion class, is that correct? With the new Precor spin bikes and some straps or apps. And that's really cool because you can use the whole space underneath it.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really drew me to Queenax is the ability to just change out the space within seconds. And it's also tall enough that you can have everything from a spinning class happening underneath the frame. You can be doing body pump classes or any number of different training activities where you just need the floor, or you can put on all the suspension training tools and all of a sudden you've got a really exciting platform.
And I noticed that too, some of the people aren't that tall, but they can still loop those things around because the suspension strap is actually fairly rigid to a degree. It's flexible, but you can loop it up even as a short person. So.
We call it a handle extension, and this is pretty nifty. It's got some steel inside of it, and you're able to just clip any sort of a training application directly into this handle extension, slide it in, clip it, and then you just reach it up and over the frame, and it is rigid enough that regardless of your size, you'll be able to lift it on and over the equipment.
Perfect. Thought of everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's great, Erica. I really appreciate your time. And so that's Nate and Erica, first time in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.